They think luxury is soft. They think money is peace. Let them keep thinking. Pass the toast.
Cold War caviar. Yeah, I'm eating off the fancy plates, but the butter knife is razor sharp. That's the price of being great. Every pearl is a bullet, every spoonful is a sin. Cold War caviar. Let the games begin. I'm sipping Russian standards while the temperature drops. Cold War caviar. I'm at the top of the shops with the cream of the crop, with the wolves in the suits. Cold War caviar. I'm the king of the fruits, of the poison apple, of the forbidden tree. Cold War caviar. Come and dine with me. I remember ramen noodles, now I'm eating oysters raw, from a plate that cost more than your mama's Chevrolet saw. In a lifetime of struggle, in a lifetime of pain. Cold War caviar. I'm dancing in the rain of champagne showers, $1,000 flowers arranged in a pattern that shows up my powers. To acquire, to inspire, the terrifying charm. Cold War caviar. I'm always staying warm in the coldest of climates, in the frost of the game. I can freeze a whole empire and still remember the names, with a toast to the fallen, with a sip to the brave. Cold War caviar. I'm the master and the slave, to the hustle, to the hunger, to the need to be more than a silhouette standing at a liquor store door. I'm a portrait in penthouse, a stain on the silk. Cold War caviar. I'm richer than milk and honey combined, I'm the cream and the curd. Cold War caviar. Every single word that I utter is butter, that I speak is a spread on the bread of the wicked, on the table of dread, where the guests are all gangsters with napkins on their laps. Cold War caviar. We setting the traps for the ones who get greedy, for the ones who forget that the meal is a metaphor, the dinner's a debt that comes due at midnight, that comes collecting with interest. Cold War caviar. I'm the baddest. Cold War caviar. Yeah, I'm eating off the fancy plates, but the butter knife is razor sharp. That's the price of being great. Every pearl is a bullet, every spoonful is a sin. Cold War caviar. Let the games begin. I'm sipping Russian standards while the temperature drops. Cold War caviar. I'm at the top of the shops with the cream of the crop, with the wolves in the suits. Cold War caviar. I'm the king of the fruits, of the poison apple, of the forbidden tree. Cold War caviar. Come and dine with me. This that oligarch flow with a street mentality. Cold War caviar, I'm a national calamity. Dressed in designer, dipped in the frost. Every meal I eat reminds me of the cost of the climb to the summit, of the view from the top, where the air is so thin that the wheat tend to drop, and the strong learn to breathe through the pressure and the cold. Cold War caviar. I'm worth more than gold, but I'm heavier than lead. I'm darker than the coal that fuels the engine of the empire I hold in my manicured hands with the fresh gel manicure. Cold War caviar. My appetite is pure, but my methods are murky, my manners are rough. I've been eating with the elite, but I'm still street enough to know that the fork is a weapon, the spoon is a shield. Cold War caviar. I'm never forced to yield at the table of power, at the feast of the gods. I'm the one with the plan, I'm the one with the odds. Stacked in my favor, stacked in my name. Cold War caviar. I'm changing the game, one bite at a time, one sip at a breath. Cold War caviar. I'm dancing with death in a tuxedo and a gown, in the finest of threads. Cold War caviar. The living, I'm the dead, I'm the ghost at the banquet, I'm the stain on the cloth. Cold War caviar. Don't make me raw, cause I'm calm as a freezer, I'm cool as a vault. Cold War caviar. It's never my fault that the meal ends in tragedy, that the toast ends in tears. Cold War caviar. I've been this way for years.
They see the caviar, they see the champagne, they don't see the bodies buried under the ice. They don't see the Cold War raging behind every smile, but I see it, I'm it.
Cold War caviar. Yeah, I'm eating off the fancy plates, but the butter knife is razor sharp. That's the price of being great. Every pearl is a bullet, every spoonful is a sin. Cold War caviar. Let the games begin.
I'm sipping Russian standards while the temperature drops.
Cold War caviar.
I'm at the top of the shops with the cream of the crop, with the wolves in the suits.
Cold War caviar.
I'm the king of the fruits, of the poison apple, of the forbidden tree.
Cold War caviar. Come and dine with me. caviar.
This is it, no reinforcement,
Caviar.
no retreat, no tomorrow.
Give them everything.
Final offense, yeah, this the last attack. There ain't no coming back from this, ain't no turning back. I'm leaving everything on the field, every bullet, every breath. Final offense, every sip of fire.
Final offense, yeah, this the last attack. There ain't no coming back from this, ain't no turning back. I'm leaving everything on the field, every bullet, every breath. Final offensive, I'm marching straight in the dead with a smile on my face and a fire in my soul. Final offensive, I'm taking control of the chaos, the madness, the end of the game. Final offensive, I'm never staying the same. I've been building to this moment since the day I drew break. Every loss was a lesson, every win was a step closer to the edge, closer to the line. Final offensive, now I'm taking what's mine. They've been waiting for me to fall, they've been praying for my end, but I'm still standing, I'm still here, my friend, with my brothers to my left and my heart on my sleeve. Final offensive, I'm the one who believes that today is the day, that now is the time to commit the ultimate sin, to commit the ultimate crime against the mediocre, against the weak and the tame. Final offensive, I'm changing the game. Permanently, completely beyond all repair. When I'm done with this battle, remember the skater, remember the tremor, remember the quake. Final offensive, for goodness sake, they never saw me coming, they never felt the blow. Final offensive, on the end of the show, the final curtain, the last encore. Final offensive, I'm setting a score for every slot, every insult, every ignored call. Final offensive, I'm taking it all. Final offensive, yeah, this the last attack. There ain't no coming back from this, ain't no turning back. I'm leaving everything on the field, every bullet, every breath. Final offensive, I'm marching straight in the dead with a smile on my face and a fire in my soul. Final offensive, I'm taking control of the chaos, the madness, the end of the game. Final offensive, I'm never staying the same. It's that all or nothing, that do or die, that look in the mirror with a gleam in your eye, that says I'm ready, that says let's go. Final offensive, I'm putting on a show, that they'll tell their grandkids, that they'll whisper and feel. The day came through, the day was here, was the day we all learned what it means to be brave, or what it means to run, what it means to be slave to the fear in your heart, to the doubt in your mind. Final offensive, I'm one of a kind, the last of a breed, the first of a new. Final offensive, I'm coming for you and your whole operation, your whole regime. I'm living the life, I'm living the dream of every soldier who fell, of every fighter who prayed. Final offensive, on the dead gets paid with interest, with fury, with righteous demand. Final offensive, I'm taking command of the battlefield, of the block, of the empire I build on the backs of the broken, on the blood that was spilled. Now I'm standing at the summit looking down at the rest. Final offensive, I'm the very best to ever do it, to ever survive. Final offensive, I'm coming alive in the moment of truth, in the heat of the fight. Final offensive, I'm doing it right.
They ask me why I call it final. I told them
Because after today there won't be anybody left to fight.
after today the war is over, ignoble.
And I won.
Final offensive, yeah, this the last attack. There ain't no coming back from this, ain't no turning back. I'm leaving everything on the field, every bullet, every breath. Final offensive, I'm marching straight in the dead with a smile on my face and a fire in my soul. Final offensive, I'm taking control of the chaos, the madness, to the end of the game. Final offensive, I'm never staying the same.
Final.
They told me war was ugly, they never heard the music. Pick your partner, hold on tight, and then wars on walls, yeah, I'm dancing through the fire. Every step is precision, every move is desire. To survive, to thrive, to keep moving my feet. Wars on walls, I'm elegant in the street. They swinging wild, I'm gliding smooth. Wars on walls, I got nothing to lose. the king and the king. I learned to dance in the crossfire, learn to glide in the rain when the shells start dropping. I feel no pain, just rhythm, just movement, just grace under pressure. Wars on walls, I'm a lethal pleasure. Too wise to behold, to fear and admire. I could take a whole empire down with a lie. Made of steel and a nerve, made of will and a bone. Wars on walls, I'm dancing alone. But it feels like a crowd, it feels like a ball, with the prettiest partners lined up against the wall. They wearing red lipstick and they carrying knives. Wars on walls, this is how a king survives. The bombs and the bullets, the gossip and the lies. I see the truth in their eyes when they realize that I'm not just a soldier, I'm not just a man. Wars on walls, I'm part of the plan. That was written in the stars, that was etched in the concrete. I can make a war zone look like a suite. At the Ritz, at the plaza, at the top of the world. Wars on walls, watch my banner unfurl. In the smoke, in the chaos, in the fire and the flame. Wars on walls, I'm the one they blame, and the one they praise, and the one they fear. Wars on walls, let me make it clear. This ain't just survival, this ain't just a fight. This is art in the darkness, this is grace in the night. Wars on walls, yeah, I'm dancing through the fire. Every step is precision, every move is desire. To survive, to thrive, to keep moving my feet. Wars on walls, I'm elegant in the street. They swinging wild, I'm gliding smooth. Wars on walls, I got nothing to lose. Spin me around, let the bullets sing. Wars on walls, I'm the king and the king. I got a partner in crime, she got a knife in the garter. Wars on walls, we dancing harder when the music gets loud, when the bass hits deep. We move through the wall while the others just sleep. She dips when I spin, she smiles when I aim. Wars on walls, we playing the game. On a different level, on a different plane, where the winners dance and the losers complain about the unfairness, about the injustice. Wars on walls, I'm the one who diminishes their will to resist, their hope to survive. I'm dancing through the war zone, feeling alive. For the first time in forever, for the first time in years. Wars on walls, I'm conquering fears. With every step I take, with every turn I make. Wars on walls, for goodness sake. They thought war was ugly, they thought war was cruel, but I'm dancing through the fire like I'm breaking the rule. They said you gotta suffer, they said you gotta bleed. Wars on walls, I'm planting the seed of beauty in the madness of light in the dark. Wars on walls, I'm leaving my mark on the hearts of the fallen, on the souls of the brave. Wars on walls, this ain't the grave, this is a ballroom, this is a stage. Wars on walls, I'm turning the page on the old way of thinking, on the old way of war. Wars on walls, I'm opening the door to a new kind of battle, a new kind of fight. Wars on walls, I'm dancing through the night. They say you can't dance in a war zone. Too much chaos, too much pain. But I tell them, the chaos is the rhythm, the pain is the melody, and me, I'm just following the music. Wars on walls, yeah, I'm dancing through the fire. Every step is precision, every move is desire. To survive, to thrive, to keep moving my feet. Wars on walls, I'm elegant in the street. They swinging wide, I'm gliding smooth. Wars on walls, I got nothing to lose. Spin me around, let the bullets sing. Wars on walls, I'm the king and the king.
They searching for us in the open field. We in the trees. They fight by the book. We burn the book. Now we move.
Guerrilla tactics, yeah, striking and a fade. They never see the shadow, they just feel the blade. Hit them from the left when they looking to the right. Guerrilla tactics, moving through the night. I don't fight fair, I don't play by rules. Guerrilla tactics, I that's the move. I don't stand on the front line, that's where the dumb die. I move through the jungle with a gleam in my eye, picking them off one by one, patient as a hunter. Guerrilla tactics, I'm the ghost in the summer. They never hear me coming, they just hear the silence. Right before the thunder, right before the violence. A product of the struggle, I'm a child of the wild. Guerrilla tactics, I've been fighting since a child. Hit the stash, hit the cash, hit the block and I'm gone. Before they even know it, I'm a mile away, calm. Sipping some cold, counting some green. Guerrilla tactics, I'm the unseen king. They studying my movements, they analyzing tapes. But you can't predict the wind, you can't calculate escapes. That don't exist on the map, that don't show on the grid. Guerrilla tactics, that's how the real live. In the cracks of the city, in the gaps of the law. I'm a splinter in the system, I'm a scratch on the floor that they'll never find, that they'll never sweep. Guerrilla tactics, I'm the secret they keep. Waking up in the night, sweating from the dream of my face in the dark, of my silent scream that echoes through their conscience, that haunts them till they old. Guerrilla tactics, yeah, my story's never told, cause the ones who tell it never live to see the light. Guerrilla tactics, I'm the shadow, I'm the night. Guerrilla tactics, yeah, I strike and then I fade. They never see the shadow, they just feel the blade. Hit them from the left when they looking to the right. Guerrilla tactics, moving through the night. I don't fight fair, I don't play by rules. Guerrilla tactics, I school the fools. Hit the block, disappear, leave them asking who. Guerrilla tactics, yeah, that's the move. I got ambushes written in the language of the birds. Every verse is a signal, every bar is a word that the soldiers understand, that the enemies miss. Guerrilla tactics, I survive in the abyss of the concrete jungle of the asphalt wild. I've been finessing since I was a cranky child. Learn to move when they sleep, learn to strike when they blink. Guerrilla tactics, I don't do what they think, I do what they never imagined. I do what they can't fathom, I'm a phantom with a pattern that's random as an atom. Bouncing through the city, never staying in one place. Guerrilla tactics, I got paint on my face. Camouflage for the soul, concealment for the heart. I could take an empire down and I could do my part without ever standing in the center of the ring. Guerrilla tactics, I'm the sting that they feel in the morning when they checking for their wallet. Guerrilla tactics, I'm the prophet without the overhead, without the storefront. Guerrilla tactics, I'm the war front that they never see coming, that they never prepare for. Guerrilla tactics, I'm the nightmare that walks in the daylight with a smile and a wave. Guerrilla tactics, I'm the grave that they dig for themselves, that they build with their pride. Guerrilla tactics, I'm the tide that comes in when they sleeping, that takes them out to sea. Guerrilla tactics, yeah, that's the key.
We build walls to keep us out, so we learn to live inside the walls. They made rules to control us, so we became the exception. Guerrilla tactics always win.
Guerrilla tactics, yeah, I strike and then I fade. They never see the shadow, they just feel the blade. Hit them from the left when they looking to the right. Guerrilla tactics, moving through the night. I don't fight fair, I don't play by rules. Guerrilla tactics, I school the fools. Hit the block, disappear, leave them asking who. Guerrilla tactics, yeah, that's the move.